Sunday mornings, hiding under covers. I don't mind staying in with.
So we decided to do a little spontaneous weekend trip up to Sigtuna and Västerås, since I've never been before. Sigtuna is actually the oldest town in Sweden that still remains. It was a major port town during the Viking Age because of its access to the Baltic Sea. The town and surrounding area has one of the largest collections of runestones sprinkled throughout the landscape. It's a beautiful little town with cafes, restaurants, shops, and a few castle ruins for you to explore. It has so much unique history and is one of the main reasons we decided to stop by. Baby, what's the plan today?
So today we're going to go to a place called Västerås. But first,
Västerås.
we're going to stop off at a little town called Sigtuna, one of the major hubs for the Viking. Around the 900s, 800s, 900s, you know, the Vikings were doing their thing. There's a really good place in Sigtuna.
How do you pronounce it? Okay, Kardemumma. How come it says Mumma? No, that's for singular. He's wrong, but he doesn't know it yet.
Probably wrong. I'll admit it. On camera.
Yes. You ready? Let's go!
All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything. The simple joy of hearing your voice every morning. I wake to a kiss on my face, so I don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything.
The town of Sigtuna was founded around year 980. I read that Sigtuna was once the capital of Sweden as well, from the 10th to 13th century, and this is currently the smallest town hall in Sweden. This church is under construction right now. You can see there. But here we have a rune stone. This rune stone was found in 1956, but is obviously much older. That's only when it was found. The church itself was erected in, they estimate, the 12th century. 100 years after the town had already been built.
I don't know what I would do without you.
These ruins were a highlight of the trip. It is so unique and so special and a really beautiful place. The town has done an incredible job of restoring and keeping the ruins open to visitors.
All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything. The simple joy of hearing your.
Right now I'm walking through the St. Olaf Church Ruins in Sigtuna. We took a little day trip out to Sigtuna to check out this old town that's incredibly old, like an old Viking town. This church is actually estimated to be built around the 12th century. The cool part is they did excavations, I think in around 2005, and they actually found remnants of an even older church underneath this one. Being American, I feel like everything's quite new, so you don't get that kind of experience there. Whenever I come to Europe, and these places in particular that have so much history to it, I just can't really comprehend it, but it's really cool. Yeah, it's very beautiful here. It's crazy. After checking out some of the ruins, we went for a stroll through the town's main street since the Middle Ages, Stora gatan. We browsed some shops, enjoyed the weather, met a really cute cat, and stumbled upon the Sigtuna Museum. It was actually really good and had exhibits on the importance of Sigtuna throughout the history of Sweden. Hey guys, currently in a sound booth right here. Probably getting really good audio. Crisp audio. What a sound. So we were walking through the town of Sigtuna and came across the museum here, but it talks about the history of the town, the remnants that you can see throughout the town of the Viking ages and before, and gives you an idea of the importance of the town and what it was used for. So that was pretty cool. If you're ever in the area, I definitely recommend stopping by. It's a really cute little place with a lot of interesting history, so definitely recommend stopping by. After the museum, we grabbed a bite of lunch at a restaurant in town. We opted to sit outside. It was a little chilly, but there were blankets, and we really just want to take advantage of the beautiful fall weather. This is one of my favorite ways to enjoy a trip, just lounging at a cafe, people watching, soaking in the sun, and just being grateful and appreciative of the moment, because once it passes, it is gone. Go for it. Wow, your salad looks so good. We got the chèvre beet salad and the vegetarian focaccia, and as always, for some reason, my boyfriend's dish looked way better than mine, and I had to steal some. I actually wish I had more time to spend here, or at least stay one night in Sigtuna, but after lunch, we had to make our way towards Västerås and hopped back in the car to continue on. We finally made it to our hotel in Västerås.
Hello, I'm a random stranger.
We made it to our hotel in Västerås. Here's a little hotel room tour. It is very cute. Very small. Bathrooms on the right here. And then it opens up into one bed and a nice little view of the city. Isn't that pretty? We were so tired, we ended up napping in the hotel room for a bit, then eventually made our way over to dinner at a lovely little Indian spot. We ordered a few dishes and cracked open some wine. Being long distance, we don't get to do date nights like this very often, so we really savor that when we can. Oops, forgot to get the samosa. Well, this is why all my shots of food to you are like half eaten. Cheers.
Sláinte.
Skål.
Sláinte.
Sláinte? That's how you pronounce the T-E?
Yeah.
Love you. After that, we stopped by a grocery store to pick up some toothpaste that we forgot. Then we went back to the hotel room and passed out for one of the best sleeps of our lives.
This one here goes from green to amethyst over here.
Wow, that's so cool.
And the change is really quick.
Yeah, it's total. It's not, I think
Yeah, that's fascinating, that one.
So it's like nice blue.
so it's fun stuff. I'm a sucker for this stuff.
Yeah.
I've done it now for 20 years and I still love
Oh, that's so cool.
And is it
well, it's not hard to cut. They've got pretty polished.
I loved these color-changing gemstones. They were so fun to play with, and we ended up picking up a few things. Hey. After that, we did some light shopping, had a lunch at a yummy Mexican place with the most amazing playlist. It was all 90s to 2000s R&B. I'm talking Neo, Nelly, Destiny's Child, Ashanti, Ja Rule. This was the music of my childhood. Also, the food was pretty delicious. I love the yuca fries. Then we headed on towards our next stop, Anundshög. Talk to you later. We finished having lunch in Västerås and now we're gonna head back home, but we're doing a quick little stop in Anundshög. Got this little thing. It was basically a burial ground for a king back then, and I think you can see some stones here that represent ships. Let's go take a look.
You see it better from the sky.
So it's just stones that represent the shape of a ship.
Yeah.
It's so rainy. Did not expect to make this stop today. It was kind of impromptu and I did not come prepared with the right shoes. So here's a closer look at the tumulus, which is usually just a mound of dirt with a grave or multiple graves underneath it. And then to the left, there are different stones. It's called a stone ship. So from the sky, you can actually see the representation of ships. And there's 5 of them all throughout here. There's one here. I think archaeologists have estimated that this is estimated to be around 240 to 540 AD, which is kind of crazy. We're getting closer to the grave mound and we're gonna go climb up it.
Kingdom area, like a castle.
Yeah.
That was torn down in medieval times.
We made it to the top of Anundshög. You can see the stone ship over here. So, oh my god, I can't point. From an aerial view, this is the front or back end of the ship, and just it's supposed to look like one. And there's several other. Here, there's one here. We'll take a look at the other side, but there's supposed to be 5 here. And I was wrong. So archaeologists all speculate that this is for King Anund because he was ruling at that time, but I don't think there has been any proof, and it to this day remains quite speculative. Gotta say, I'm not a big history nut, but this is pretty cool. Where are we?
We're in Anundshög, and this area was the central power of Sweden, this little area. So the stone markings along this little cut piece of grass are actually where the main highway was. Pretty much where the cars that are passing behind you, they follow the same route. So this is where the main King's Highway would have been, passing Anundshög.
Going down the King's Road, Kungsgatan. If you love history, you definitely have to make a stop here, and hopefully in better weather than what we had. There are plaques everywhere that explain what you're looking at. I learned a lot from our little adventure here. After we finished exploring, we hopped into the car and made our way back to Stockholm. We both were super tired, but finished the night by doing a little bit of grocery shopping and watching Modern Family before going to bed. One of my last weekends of partaking in the tradition of getting candy on the weekend. Technically Saturday, but I missed it. Oh, oops. What is it called again? How do you say candy? Godis.
Lördag.
Lördag, godis.
Godis lördag.
Godis, no. It's the other way around.
Saturday sweets.
Butchering it. Anyway, yeah, so I got a tiny little bag this time around. I'm going to miss all the candy walls. They take their candy very seriously here, so I will miss that. All right, we're at the end of our trip and going back upstairs, and then probably gonna get some dinner. Bye.
All that I need is your body next to me on rainy days. Just need your company, don't need too much. Just your simple love and it's everything. The simple joy of hearing your voice every morning. I wake to a kiss on my face, so I don't need too much. Just your simple